Hi, we are up to step number 6. And to now for the next couple of steps, we're actually going to be starting in column A and moving across our spreadsheet and playing around with some of our data so that it's going to turn into a format that's going to end up being more usable when we want to move into the process of data analysis. And the first thing here is right in column A, where it says trip duration, which is how long people were riding their city bike for. The problem is that these are in seconds. And I don't know about you, but I have a hard time in my head figuring out what 1,553 seconds are. And so instead, what I want to do is I want to have a trip duration that's in minutes. So in order to do that, I'm going to click on column A and I'm going to pull down on this arrow right here that comes when I hover over A. I get this little arrow and I'm going to insert a column to the right. Now that I have this empty column, I'm going to put equals because that's the beginning of every single formula. And now, unlike the other formula where we applied a direct, a pre-made formula, here we're just going to do some basic math using our information that's in column A. So I'm going to say equals A2, which in this case is 1,553, and I'm going to divide it by 60 because there are 60 seconds in every minute, and then I'm going to press enter. Now I could see, and we're going to deal with those millions of decimal points very soon, that this was about almost 26 minutes. But now this spreadsheet has so many rows of data. Before, when we wrote our formula for our proper formula for capitalizing, I showed you to drag it straight across, and that would take really long if we had to drag down through all these rows. But thankfully, Google Sheets has another trick that we can try, and that is that we can double click. If we go over this little blue box and we double click, it will autofill. Give it a second to react. And here we are. It's pre-filled it's actually not pre-filled, it's filled all of our information straight down. Don't freak out if it takes a couple of seconds between when you double click and when the information comes in, because that is something that might happen. So this is great, right? And now what's really cool is if I click in each cell, what I can see up here in the formula bar is that it's copied my formula straight down to every single cell. That leaves us now with the final step, which is exactly our repetition, step 5. What we're going to do is we're going to click on B, so we select the entire column B. We are going to copy it, and then we are going to paste special and paste our values only. Okay, the way I check is I go into my first cell of data, and there's no formula up here. It's just the data. Now what I can do is I can move this column title over by cutting and pasting. I can click on A. I got my little arrow here, and I can delete the column. So now I have my trip duration in minutes, and in the next video, we'll learn how to deal with all of those decimal points.